Hi, camper. So the audio got messed up for some reason. This is the Case IH dealer in Hiawatha, Kansas. Bruna Equipment, B-R-U-N-A Equipment, as you can see on the sign there. And you know, Case is my favorite brand. We had Case tractors growing up. We also had John Deere tractors, so you know we had kind of a mix. But I like the Case tractors better. Neighbor I worked for had all Case tractors while I was in college. So we're going to go on the tour here. Can't really hear what I'm saying, but I'm kind of talking about the dealership. 4 locations across northern Kansas: Hiawatha, Seneca, Marysville, and Washington, Kansas. All across the north on Highway 36. Bruna Equipment, 4 locations again, all across the northern part of the state. So we're looking at Maxim 150, and that one has wheel weights. As you, I don't know, you might be able to hear me talking, but yeah, wheel weights on both of them. I think my microphone got knocked off or accidentally shut off, muted or something. I'm not real sure what happened. It was the only time. This is the only video, the only segments that did it. But round bale forks, or loose hay or silage, manure. You can kind of scoop up just about anything with those. Now you can see the Great Plains sign there in the background. These guys are a Great Plains equipment dealer. Great Plains is a manufacturer in Salina, Kansas, and they make all kinds of tillage equipment. Yeah, my audio is really messed up on this. We're going over to look at this early riser. I have no idea what I'm saying. My daughter Madison is my camera person this go around. The first 2 go arounds I was by myself. — 14-row head planter, I think is what I'm saying. Yeah. 2150 early riser. My sound's kind of come back. There we go. Sound's back. I'm going to stop over recording. Size of this auger. You're going to dump fast, really fast dumping on this one. So yeah, and the big wide tires for weight. Now, this is a Landau. Landau is a company in Marysville. I believe in Marysville. They also make a lot of semi-trailers and whatnot. Alright, this is a Great Plains Terramax. Great Plains is a farm equipment manufacturer in Salina, Kansas. And I've been trying to get a hold of these guys to do a video out there in Salina at their manufacturing plant. Alright, so here is a 40 So yeah, we're lost audio again. He's in the game, and not sure what's going on. Something with my microphone. This is the first time we've used it, and the video camera as in any serious videotaping. But talking about the 7250. I'm kind of talking about using the 9250 in game and converting them to the Reapers. So yeah, pig freaking combine, I said. So yep. Talking about the spreaders, choppers. I don't know. I wasn't sure whether it had a chopper or not.
I think it's just a spreader.
All right, we got audio
it's a chopper,
again.
so it's got a spreader on it. Big. So John Deere.
I'm kind of mumbling. We're coming up to a big ditch, and so we had to wind up going a different direction. I have no idea what I'm saying. Talking about the Kinsey planter over there. I don't remember exactly what I was saying about it, but we did cross the ditch. I was talking about that little plant growing there. That header's been sitting there for quite a while. Had a plant growing in it. Yeah. Going over to look at the baler, New Holland baler sitting in the lot. Yeah, just pointed to it. And we're going over to look at the Kinsey planter. It's a huge planter. I think it was wasn't sure. I didn't count them all, but I think it was a 36 row. Big planter. If you want to plant some ground, use this planter. So I'm talking about the harvest planters. I've started to see these planters around different dealers. I've seen them on Case dealers. I've seen them on John Deere dealers. I've also seen them on New Holland lots. So I'm not sure who manufactures them. There's another Kinsey planter off to the left. I'm just pointing to. Smaller one. And John Deere baler. And John Deere drill. I just pointed at. And pointed to the old one. And I'm talking about, at this point, that end chisel harrow. It's got a stick harrow on the back, but that was very similar to the same chisel and harrow we used at home when I was growing up. It was a little bit smaller than that one. And I'm getting ready to talk about this chisel here. Subsoiler. Yeah, talking about breaking up ground that hadn't been farmed for a while. Like the example I used was if you had an alfalfa field that's very hard ground after years of haying on it, you want to convert that to a field because you want to use it. Alfalfa is really good at replenishing nitrogen in soil. So when I was growing up, we would rotate our alfalfa field, alfalfa fields, every 3 to 5 years maybe. We'd tear it up and replant alfalfa in another field. Improving the nitrogen in the field is just another way of doing it without adding fertilizer. Talking about the area we're in. Hiawatha is in the northeast corner of Kansas, mostly corn and soybean country. Talking about how Kansas has got the reputation of being really flat. If you've ever driven across Kansas, it takes about 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours to get all the way across border to border. 2/3 of the state is very, very flat. You get out towards Manhattan, Kansas, Fort Riley, Junction City, west is flat. Down to south is flat, down around Wichita. You get around the Emporia area, you're talking the Flint Hills, Emporia to Manhattan. Flint Hills are glacial hills. The glacier during the Ice Age came down through that area. Eastern Kansas, up around the Kansas City area where we are, and up around the Hiawatha area where I'm filming today, is very hilly actually. Steep hills. Okay, here's the ditch that I was talking about. Yeah, we have to walk all the way down to the right side. Go past the mowers, but yeah. So Kansas isn't all flat. Kansas City, if you get into the Kansas City metro area, It's got hills because you get into the Missouri hills and the Ozarks, kind of spread out down through the eastern part of Kansas. What I'm talking about there is a prairie seed tender or fertilizer tender, dry tender. Got the auger on the side over here that I'm looking at there. I'm not sure if Madison got a picture of it yet or not, but this is a applicator. So you pull behind an anhydrous tank or fertilizer tank, and I'm pointing out here the hose going down into the blade. It tills into the ground, and then you can kind of see how it shoots that down into the ground. You apply the fertilizer or anhydrous right into the ground versus spraying or dry spreading over on top of the ground. This actually puts the fertilizer or anhydrous right into the ground, and using that hose connection, I'm about to show you the end of the nozzle there where it connects to the other tank. Could also be hooked up to a air cart. Most likely, I'm not real familiar with this particular case equipment, but you could hook an air cart to it and use it as a planter. So, a couple different things you could do with it. Here's another Brent grain cart, a couple of them. A couple, 3 grain carts. They were all used carts, except for this last one. This was not a Brent, I don't think. I'm trying to remember what it was. But I actually climb up inside the spout of the auger, down spout, so you can see how big of a outflow that would have. And this is a case sprayer. It's not a Patriot, it's a smaller sprayer. I'm thinking about 75 feet, maybe. I don't know if she got a picture. I want to say an SX, maybe something sprayer. Then we walk around. I'm waving to the wife. She's sitting over in the Durango off to the right, but she was taking a nap, so she didn't follow us. So we're walking over to the sheds over here and taking a look. I really wish I knew what happened to my audio. I could make sure it doesn't happen again. At 8820. Looks brand new. It's never been used. 8250. Also brand new. Got to see the folding auger there on the back. 7088 is what that was. All right. All right, here we go. So we're recording again. Might have a little bit of crossover as I added another segment of the video in. The audio's still not working, which kind of sucks. A couple used combines that were sitting in the shed. I'm talking about some corn that was left on the header. Pulled it off the cob. As we continue on our little tour here. As a 8250, I said I would have loved to have run one of these when I was running combines. I forget what I said on the tractor or something. Another early riser, but it's a another Maxim, a 3040 Maxim, brand new. I got it hooked up to that early riser. I'm talking about all my tractors in the game, big Magnums. I use, anywhere from the 3040s to the, I go to the Magnums and use the 400s. Another Brent, I'm saying. There's an older tractor here that really caught my eye. 5288. It's an older tractor, but it was in really good shape. The tires were a little wore, but they had put on I'm looking at a third edition light that they had added to it. They mounted it on top of the weights. It was open, and they did a lot of aftermarket additions to it, added to some stuff to it. I didn't climb in to take a look. And the rope door handle that somebody had made. The outside of this thing was really good condition, so I don't know if the dealer repainted or what they did with it.
Okay. So here's a case 310 Magnum Pole and Kinsey planter. Another 340. Another 7240. All right, so yeah, another 7240 with it. There's a big Geringhoff corn header, a 9030, another one of those applicator sprayers, along with the base. Anything other than that 88, 850. But a lot of new, like this is 7120, another 7250. Here's a 7240. A John Deere 8285 that somebody traded in. They decided to like Case IH better, so they traded in the John Deere. Here's another Magnum 3040. I would love to see a Magnum 400 somewhere. I'm wondering if maybe at one of the other locations, the Seneca, Marysville, or Washington locations, they may have one. One of these Saturdays I'm going to take off and we'll head that way. But if you look at the map, it's a few hours worth of driving. So this is brand new. If you look at the tires, it's still got the little rubber stubbies on it. And this is interesting. I've never seen this before. But this has hookups for your quick connect. So you can back up, and you can come outside and move your quick connect up and down. Using outside buttons. I've never seen that before. That's kind of cool. Some little forerunners. We'll walk up there because it's getting close to the end of the day and we got to get on the road, but we're going to walk back over this way. So again, Bruna Implement Company, Hiawatha, Kansas. Again, 4 locations total. Seneca, Marysville, Kansas. Something else again, like kind of like the John Deere dealership. There's not a lot of tillage equipment here, which I find really odd. Just like the John Deere dealership didn't have a lot of tillage. Now the New Holland was completely different. They had a lot of tillage in wagons and whatnot, and fewer tractors and fewer combines. So that was kind of interesting. If you look at those 2 videos, I will make all these videos separate. If you look at those videos, you will see that they were all kind of separate. I think all there's headers. So up there. So, there we go. Case IH.